Hello, you guys, and welcome to the Woman's Cave. I am by myself today, mostly because Jade got sleepy in the middle of waiting, and she was like, I'm out. What? Deuces. Oh, wait, she's back. So now she can hear that I lied on her.
On the side and the back.
Yeah, I lied on her, and it's okay. And I know, I knew Jade was going to show up for this one because, you know, this dear lady lives in Greece.
Oh, you already know.
And, if you listen to this at all, you already know that Jade has a love affair with the Greek Isles.
Oh, I do.
And every year I'm like, let's go to Italy or France or Spain. And she goes, we're going to Greece. And I say, but people have choices. And she's like, this is not a democracy. We go to Greece. So we go. Except for this year. And oddly enough, I'm missing it. Go figure.
See? I knew you loved Greece, too.
All right. So anyway, we write books that are literary life guides for pop poetry. And yes, I'm not nearly as much fun by myself rambling to myself and my guests. I'm sorry, guests, that I'm rambling. So the first book is And I Thought Divorce Was Bad. It is an audio book. Well done, Joe Sand. She's also going to do And I Thought Being Grown Up Was Easy. It is worth the 2-year wait that we have been telling you for 2 years that it's coming. Joe, you are amazing. And if you were thinking about buying And I Thought Being Grown Up Was Easy, buy the flask, not the book, because the audio book is going to be amazing. Buy the audio book and the flask so you can drink it while you listen.
What?
I'm trying to sell things today.
Get in there, girl. Yeah.
All right, we're also the author of the Misfit Guides and the poetry book, If Only I Were Me. And then what else do we have? Oh, we're the founders of the 25 Hottest Authors.
Indie.
She's off screen and she's still correcting me. The 25 Hottest Indie Authors, Artists, and Advocates magazine. It's 196 pages. Oh, and this is something Jade never says because she's not braggadocious, but I am. I'm the narcissist of the group. Dude, we get people from 4 continents on this. So, like, it's worldwide. It's so cool. Like, every year I'm like, oh, my God, I can't believe we did it again. Anyway, so if you have time, read it. It's a great way to ignore your family for at least 196 pages worth of reading because I'm sure they're getting on your nerves by now. And it's $7.50 online. All right. I think that's it because you're not here to hear about me or Jade, who's probably going to pop on camera in a minute. You're here to hear about our wonderful guests. Wonderful guests that you like to, oh, my word, before I do that, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Winona, and there's a missing Jade. Now, wonderful guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, no. I'm Karina Gantis. I'm from the UK. I live in the beautiful island of Corfu in Greece. I am a prolific author of 13 titles. One has won awards. I've also been an Amazon bestseller. I also have a podcast called Behind the Pen, YouTube podcast, where I interview writers about their journey and their books and their future. And I also have a radio show again called Author Assist, where I talk with and interview authors. As well as all that, I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business, Author Assist, which actually does services for independent authors, anything from marketing, promotion, publishing, book trailers, narrations, anything they need help with, I'm there for them. And I also teach them how to do it themselves, so they don't have to come back to me every time, and they learn how to promote themselves, to be competent and confidence in themselves to do it. My books, I'll show you quickly, go through them quickly. I have a collection called Outlaw. It is In Times of Violence, Huntress, Road Rage, and Lawless Justice. And they are all about outlaw motorcycle clubs and what goes on behind the scenes. And it's very down to earth, very truthful, very gritty, dark, but very entertaining. I have Stone Cold, which is very biographical. This is a young adult supernatural thriller. Toxic, which is in the gorgeous little pocketbook paperback. This is an erotica dystopian, which you don't really hear of those two together. As you can tell, I write in all different genres. Heads and Tails is a collection of short stories and flash fiction of every single genre out there. Then we have Undressed, which is, again, another collection of short stories, and it gets more into my weird and wacky imagination and lets the reader know a little more about me. Then lastly, we have my duology, which is young adult fantasy, Illusional Reality, and The Quest, 2 books. They were both taken by a publisher recently, so I worked on a rewrite that took nearly 2.5 years, and finally Illusional Reality has been re-released. It's 99 cents. You can pre-order now. When it comes out, it will be 99 cents for 1 week as well. And there's a prize draw as well. So anyone that goes out and orders it, let me know and I'll put you in the prize draw for a really gorgeous necklace. And yes, that's me.
I like it. Dude, okay, so I don't feel bad because normally we go through all the books. And so like when you went through all yours, I was like, all right, we're not so bad. You've done prolific amount of writing. It's amazing. That is gorgeous, the amount of writing. My word. Okay, so I was going to ask about, my first question was going to be, can you show us all your books? But I feel you've done that already. I think we've done that one. How do you feel? Do you think you've done it like enough to feel like satisfied?
I think people know, yeah, they can go over to Amazon, they can see all my books there, and they're really, really reasonable prices. And again, I write in all different genres, so there's something for everyone on my Amazon page.
And when she's saying that, it's not like, one of those authors that when you go, so who are you writing for? And they go, everyone. And you go, no, you're not. No, she's writing for everyone. Because she has a book for them. Hold on, Jade's going to join us.
Wait.
I lied. There we go. She's coming.
Oh, and Jade.
I was like, I knew there was no way that she was going to miss somebody who lived in Greece.
No way. There was no possible way.
Great to meet you, honey.
Nice to meet you also. So, wow, so many books. How did you find the time to do it? Because you also run a whole other business. So how did you find time to write and do your business?
I have 5 days a week with Author Assist, and I work about 10 hours a day for my clients, promoting and marketing their books. And I keep the weekend for myself to work and edit and write on my books. Before I did Author Assist, the Outlaw series was out before I started Author Assist, and that was in 2015 that I started that business. And so I make sure that I give all my time to my clients during the week, and then the weekends are mine to publicize my books and also get the writing and editing done. Make sure I don't miss any deadlines with the publisher.
That's amazing. I love it. I think I should take that advice right now.
And just have the weekend for yourself.
No, see, I feel like I want all the days for me is to finish my book. And then take the weekends for my clients. And then I'll work 10 hours a week. How's that work?
Okay.
No, I'm joking. It does not work at all. I would never do it that way. So I do have 2 questions. Well, one is self-serving because I am the narcissist, as I said, of the group. So one is, when are we coming on these shows? And then the other one is, can you tell us a little bit about them and how you got started into the shows?
You don't have to answer that first question. We're playing.
Oh, we are playing.
I would love you both to come on Behind the Pen and talk with me about your writing and how it began. And we'll definitely schedule something up for that. That's 100%.
You see what happens when you pressure people? They say yes.
No pressure. That was going to be, I was going to talk to you about that anyway. There was no pressure. That's 100% that was going to happen. It started off with being on the Artist First Radio Network as a guest. And I was chatting with the host, Z-Man, his name was. And after we finished the interview, he said, how do you feel about doing your own show? And I was like, oh my God, this is like, just came out of the blue. And I never ever thought about doing something like that. And I thought, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I've got the intelligence, if I have the confidence, if I can get away with it. And he said, have a go, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't. 3 years later, I'm still going. And I'm loving it. I love my guests. I get new authors, debut authors, independent authors. I get the bestsellers. I get New York Times. I get radio people, famous on TV, journalists. I get anyone coming on the show, and that's brilliant. And then I thought, what I would love to do is a face-to-face with the author, because I think it's more intimate and you can get emotions coming over. And so Author Assist on the radio is actually scripted, because I won't have to research about my clients. But with behind the pen, all I know about them is their name. So I know nothing about what they've done, what they've published, and then we just chat. And it can go from one end of the spectrum to the next. And it can go from 20 minutes to an hour. I don't care how long the interview lasts. If we're talking, if it's working, if we're connecting, if my viewers are going to really enjoy it, we'll carry on talking until we finish. So that's the two that I have going at the moment.
That is lovely,
Isn't it?
Yeah. So I have to ask, OJ, did you want to ask? Because you normally ask the advice question.
Oh, okay. So, as you said, you worked with authors to get like their confidence and marketing strategies. So, what are the top 3 things that you would tell anybody that's looking to write a book and getting into this indie author world? What are the top 3 things that you want people to know?
Don't rush to get published. Make sure that your manuscript is polished before you even try to self-publish it. That means finding a proper formatter, a proper professional editor, a proofreader, not your next door neighbor who's going to read through the manuscript and come across some mistakes. You need to, if you don't have the money, save the money. You need to pay for a proper editor. Otherwise, you get one chance, okay? Your cover sells a book. So again, a really good cover designer, you can go to Fiverr, you can buy them for $5, or you can go to Fiverr and pay $40, $50 for an even better one, or you can go to professional and pay $150, $200. The cover does sell the book, the blurb then sells, goes next, and then it's the reviews. But when someone buys a book, if it's not properly formatted, if it's messed up, if it's not edited properly and there's too many mistakes, then come the bad reviews. And you only have one chance to make that book the best it can be. So don't rush to publish, and make sure that you covered the editor, the cover, and the formatting before you publish your book.
Beautiful. I think that is definitely one of the most wonderful pieces of advice we have. Although now that I'm saying this, I'm looking at my covers here, and they're like,
we wrote a book. It's a book of poetry. Okay, that looks poetic. Like you would look at it and be like, oh wow, this is gonna be.
Can you lift up the book? Because I actually can't see it from there. Lift it, lift it, lift it. That's beautiful. And I thought divorce was bad. And what's that one called?
This is the Mystic Guides, a sassy sway that leaves crooked footprints. And then my favorite one, I never get to say, is the Misfit Guides, Cocktail Stories in the LVD. No, do not read it because it does not have a good editor. But I love it because it has a cocktail. It's a poetic life guide cocktail recipe book.
Well, y'all know, our fans know that we will tell you the honest truth. And yes, it did not have the best editor in the world. We're working on a part 2, so we're getting there. Wait for that.
Anyway, let's get back to you. Oh, no. I did have one more narcissistic question, so it's back to me and then back to you.
It's back to her.
Or do you want back to you first?
Back to her first.
You go ahead.
Oh, I love her. This is what happens when you interview people that interview other folks. They're like, no, give me more material for when you come on the show.
Shaking my head.
And then this is what Jade does the whole time. If you hadn't said anything, she wouldn't have asked. Now, would she? So, I just want to know if you do those face-to-face, does that include authors from America that fly over to Greece?
Well, that won't be possible at the moment. But no, face-to-face is done by Zoom like we're doing now, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. Because my trip, I had to cancel it.
Yeah, we planned our trip in August of last year.
Yeah, I was actually going over to a wedding in the UK, and the wedding got cancelled and my flight got cancelled. So I think everybody has been affected by this, and we just we have to wait until next year and get on with things.
I love how you said that. What you said like that, and then we're gonna get on with things. I love it.
Because I feel like only British people really do that.
I know.
Get on with it.
You're like, get on with it.
No,
I like it.
We need to take a moment and be like, terrible. Okay.
And then I'll
slowly get on.
Then our British, our UK friends, they look at us and be like, you're acting like an American. I know. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. Get on with it.
How did you end up in Greece? I don't know if you want to share that story, but I just wanted to know.
That's fine. Have you ever heard or seen the film Shirley Valentine?
No.
Right. Well, basically, I came on holiday with my younger sister, and I met my husband. He was a barman in a cocktail bar.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I was on holiday for 2 weeks, and we spent the 2 weeks together, and I went home, quit my job, gave the house to my brother who's living there, and came back over to Greece. It hasn't been easy time, there's been difficult times. I've been here 27 years, I've been married 17 years, I've got 2 beautiful daughters. I wouldn't wish for anything to have changed. Everything that we've gone through, whether, the bad stuff, my health is really bad. I may not look it because the health problems I have, you don't see. But I feel like every bad thing you go through, it makes you a stronger person, and I think it's part of what life gives you, the good and the bad. So I met him, we fell in love, we were together 10 years before we got married, and like I said, it hasn't been easy sailing, but I love him to bits. He's amazing. He's I think he's my soulmate. I don't think I could find another guy that makes me feel like I do.
I'm a little jealous.
That's amazing.
Because you know what? Everybody else is stuck in quarantine, and all they're wishing for is a good cocktail, and they can't get it. She's got it.
Yeah.
She's got love and cocktails.
Also, I just wanted to ask, because I've noticed narrations like, hey, so what kind of narrations do you do? Book narration?
Yeah, I would love to do full audio books with ACX, but unfortunately they've sort of blocked Greece from either making audio books and even narrating audio books, or something to do with the tax. They told me 10 years ago it's going to change, and I'm still waiting, which is one of the reasons why I have a publisher for Illusional Reality and The Quest, is because she is able to put these into audio books, which I'm dying to do because they've been out in Kindle and paperback for so long, audiobook time. So when she offered me the publishing contract and said that's what she's going to be able to do, I was like, hell yeah, I've got to do this. So anyway, I couldn't do full narration. So what I do excerpts from people's novels. They send me a couple of different scenes, and I tell them it's got to be a cliffhanger. It's got to be one of those that will make that person go to Amazon straight away and click on that book and buy it. So they'll send me some pages, and I'll tell them which one works and which one doesn't. We'll time it. We'll make sure that we've got the right 5 to 7 minutes. I love dressing up in wigs and costume and everything to go with the excerpt if needed. Once the excerpt's recorded, it goes onto my YouTube channel. The author gets it, of course, to put onto their YouTube channel, their website. It goes on all social media platforms. KK Narrations on YouTube, nearly 100 different narrations at the moment from people's books, and my own, of course.
Oh, wow.
Lizzie,
I'm glad I asked. I'm so glad. I'm glad that. Like, when I saw it, I was like, I'm going to ask. And then I got distracted by Greece and the UK and all things exotic and cocktails.
Yes.
Things happen.
So where can people find more out about you and your shows?
And Author Assist, your business. Okay,
well, you can find me on Facebook. I'm there nearly 24/7 because I suffer from chronic insomnia, so I never sleep. Wear my glasses so you don't see the bags under my eyes. So on Facebook, you can find me as Karina Gantis. Also, Kate Gantis, Author Assist is on Facebook. You can find my website on WordPress, which is Urban Hype 101 wordpress.com, and Kate Gantis, Author Assist wordpress.com. You can see testimonials of my previous clients, and also see some of my trailers that I've designed, and also my graphics that I do for the authors when I'm promoting their books. You can find me on Amazon, at Twitter. I don't use a pen name, Karina Gantus. If you Google me, you'll see 74,000 different things come up, because I'm all over the place, so you can find me anywhere.
She's not lying.
She's not lying. She's not lying. You can find her anywhere. Thank you so much for joining us. We extremely, really appreciate it.
Considering that we had something happen over on our end, and we were more than an hour late.
So I really appreciate you hanging in there with us, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's been wonderful talking with you, ladies. I've been dying to get on the show after I saw you on, what was that? We did a live whole day of filming
with web?
With the web, and it was, unfortunately, it was a really bad recording with you. Yeah. It was feedback, and you were going slow, but that was the first time I met you, and I thought, I've got to speak with these ladies. So I was so happy when you contacted me. So thank you so much for allowing me to talk with you on your show.
Absolutely, and you're welcome back in the cave anytime. We really appreciate it. So,
and we'll be on time this time.
We'll be on time. Yeah,
Jade, would you like to wrap us up?
Absolutely. You can find out everything your ladies are doing on www.andwethought.com. While you're there, take a moment, go to the ladies tab, go to the middle of the page, and then see the charities that we proudly support. Yes, we know that times are hard, and not everyone has money that they can donate, and we understand, but time, you donate your time, your knowledge, and if you're doing like what some people are doing, and doing like spring clean out and like all the stuff you don't need, maybe you can donate some of your things to them. We thank you in advance, and really it's a win-win situation, so thank you again. And remember that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. So peace and love, you guys, from Winona.
Okay, good.